We're glad to know you're still there and watching the breakfast on Plus TV Africa. In the small time that we have, we'll have an insight to what it really means for Nigeria to be graded third in the list of countries that are vulnerable to cyber attacks. And we are happy to be joined by Oladipupo Bolaji, a tech expert, as we like to call him. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, whenever they say cyber attack, and then they're saying that we are vulnerable, and not only are we vulnerable, we are third in line. And we thought that Nigeria had it locked down. So what does it really mean to be third most vulnerable country in Africa?
Yeah, I read the report actually, and it just shows that we need to be aware, we need to be informed, and we need to continue to take necessary, precaution. So we are in a digital world, and many more services will go online. And also as you move your workload, services and products online, more threat actors also will, come and they want to take advantage. So it's not to alarm us, it's just to also put us on our toes to say that, oh, we have a lot of bad guys around, and because also our level of technology knowledge will make some of our people vulnerable, and so that may account for why we are third, right? And so, but what that just means is that we can do better with what we're doing now. So once we'll be able to identify what to look out for, then we can begin to take ourselves from that list of top 10 to maybe we can keep going to the bottom of the list. So it's not a list that you want to come and top. Yeah. So it's not an academic position or a leaderboard where you want to show that. So, but it just shows that a lot of awareness needs to be done, and you can see that on a daily basis. If you listen around, you either see somebody whose ATM has been hacked, whose account has been swiped, and so those things just give you an indication that that report is actually true, that we have a lot of bad actors around. So, but the question is, what should we do? How should we protect ourselves? What should companies be doing? And so that's really the important thing.
Yeah, but so which set of people are vulnerable to these things, and what are the things to look out for? So we want to know what type of data or information can easily be compromised.
So all of us are vulnerable. Once you have your service or product in cloud, online, you're vulnerable. Either you are consuming the service, like we all have our devices and co, and some of our data are, so companies are also vulnerable, right? So that's why one of the things that we need to watch out for is what is called phishing. So there are these emails that trick you to click on links. So it can come even your WhatsApp. So that's why it's always very advisable to be careful of the link that you follow, that you click. So also it can come in your corporate email. So the mail will be worded like it's your HR telling you to change your password, and it's always come in a very urgent manner, like, oh, you will lose your account, you will change your password, this and that. And if you click on that, follow that link, so either a malware will be installed on your device, or it will take you to a compromised site where you put in your credential, username and password or whatever. And it's also always good to also ensure that the sites that you are visiting has things like multi-factor authentication. That means that apart from your password,
like
there's something, two-step authentication. And if that company or that provider is not known to be an identity provider, it's always advisable don't put your credentials on the site. This is what I mean. I'm selling a mug, and I have a website to sell a mug, and on my website, I create a profile for you to sign username and password and everything. I'm not known to be good at keeping people's data. So you should
It's
not.
not secured.
It's
Your
not
site
secure.
is not secured.
Yes. So what I should do as a provider of that service is to use one of these, maybe social login, for example. I could say, okay, come with your social account to log in on my site, because I know that those other companies, they are big enough and they have the resources to protect data.
Your data.
So unlike mom and pop individuals that just spinning up websites or collecting people's profile, that may not be secure enough. So those are the things we need to watch out for: where you put in your password, the links that you follow, and for companies, ensure that you have good malware, antivirus, ensure that you are having correct softwares. Update your software, patch your software. Don't go and patronize people who just with one CD install everything for you. No.
Okay, just a final one. Is there something that we can do as a country to build the kind of infrastructure that will help us to...
even the role of the government
yes.
as well, and just
that
law enforcement.
So I'm glad the media explained its role. So one of the things we need to do more than everything is education. Education. People need to be aware. People need to be informed. You don't need to be scared or afraid of using digital devices. You just need to be informed of things to look out for. So government also, education. Then there's also the need for what I would now call, that escaped me now, the word I'm looking for is the judicial aspect of it.
Okay. Regulation.
So no, apart from
Regulators.
regulation,
policy.
No, consequences, like
Okay.
like when there is a breach, there's a
yes.
fraud, there should be a follow-up. The judicial process should be very fast.
Prosecute the
Yes. So today, people, they will tell you, fill a form. It takes 6 days, 7 days before your money is, or before you go and get a police report. Before you get there, those bad actors have swept
Lots
the
of
money
procedures,
out of it.
processes.
So if we can streamline that process such that within 1-2 days, I can get relief. And so that will make people to trust the system better. And also, we need to invest more in people, cybersecurity specialists. So we have people who specialize in things like this, cybersecurity. And we can also encourage hacking. So there's what we call ethical hacking. So it's always good to hack yourself as a company to identify your vulnerabilities. So in that case, you are not hacking yourself to sabotage anything, but you're hacking yourself to understand all your vulnerabilities, and you can take care of it. So we need to promote ethical hackers, people that will come, look at your system, hack it, give you a report, then you can remediate before the bad actors come.
Okay, well, that will be all from you. Oladipupo Bolaji has been talking to us about what we felt was alarming, because they said we were vulnerable in Nigeria, the third most vulnerable country in Africa, and maybe the 11th in the world, and all that. So we thought it was very, very alarming, so we brought him to talk to us about it. But the major thing he said, 3 things he said, is education, second thing education, and the third thing education. So let's educate ourselves so that we are in the know what is really happening. We'd like to thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you.
Thank you so
And
much.
sorry for the diversion that kept you on the road for longer than you wanted.
You made it.
Yeah. This is where we draw the curtain for today. I would like to thank you for being a part of the program. Until we meet again tomorrow, my name is Nyamgul Agaji.
My name is Rime Paulson. Have a good day.